Hello, one and all. This is WellArmedWithTacos. Welcome back to Let's Play Neverwinter Nights. When we last left off, it is October 19th as I record this, and we are steadily progressing towards 2 solid years of Neverwinter Nights. The Let's Play that never ends. That'll be in November. I can't quite remember the day, but it will be in November when we hit the 2-year mark. When we last left off in Neverwinter Nights, otherwise, we were inside a magic snow globe in which dryads and dwarves appear to kill each other over and over and over again, and we're trying to figure out why and how to stop it. And here we have 2 journals. This is the journal of Arwyll, leader of the Snow Globe Dryads. The final entry is of particular interest. The dwarves fell upon us yet again. Their savagery was terrifying, but I at last and my sisters managed to drive them off. How many times did I slain in that battle, only to be reborn and slain yet again? Does it even matter anymore? War, death, rebirth, the cycle never ends. In my dreams there are visions of a different world. I see dwarf and dryad working together, allied against a common and terrible foe, in a bid to escape this pointless existence. And I remember the whispers of a powerful talisman, a tool to free both the dryad and the dwarves, the amulet of ages. Is this a beautiful memory of a time long forgotten, or a promise of hope for the future? If only we could speak with the dwarves and make them understand, but they are mad with bloodlust and attack us on sight. I fear this gruesome cycle will continue forever, and this brutal existence will never end. And then we can read Hod's journal. This is all basically the same. If you want to read the parts that are different, go ahead and pause and pick another read at it. I might be able to just take the books to them. I'm not sure. I think we're at 193. Ah! A Dracolich, I believe. It looks like a Dracolich, or it's just a white dragon. But it looks pretty skeletal. Oh no, just a regular white dragon. By mistake. When you see something that looks like a Dracolich, you immediately must assume it is a Dracolich. Because if it is a Dracolich, well then you need to be prepared for that. It is an oddly looking skeletal white dragon. Maybe that's intentional. Or maybe that's just my perception. Alright, Guardian White Dragon, how do you do?
You are not one of my slaves. It is strange for me to see one who does not cower and flee in terror at my presence. I find your courage intriguing.
Do you know how many dragons I've killed at this point? A small handful.
Visitors are a great curiosity in my world, so I will forgive your intrusion. Tell me, puny one, why have you come to my realm?
I am Jericho Germain. I am searching for the words of power. Your name means nothing to me, male. I have been too long absent from your world, but the words of power, that is something with which I am very familiar. There was a time when I would have stuffed out your existence for daring to even mention the words of power in my presence, but centuries of solitude have cooled the passions of my icy blood. I can tell you of this word of power if you wish, though its magic is far greater than anything your trivial intellect will be able to comprehend. White dragons are the stupidest of all the dragons. Easily the dumbest amongst them, but just because they're the dumbest amongst the dragons does not mean they are dumb. It just means they're the dumbest of a group of creatures that are typically known for having godly intellects. So, it is still quite smart. And we're also spending this entire conversation here with a minimal frame rate. Not sure why, it's just Fraps doing what Fraps does. Hopefully we won't have to put up with Fraps too much longer. I intend to try to switch to OBS again, as I tried before, but I need to put more time into it to try to figure out why it sometimes works for me and why it sometimes doesn't. Tell me about the word of power. The word is an ancient magic fashioned by the creator race that ruled the north before the time of manlings. Even I was not yet hatched when they vanished from the world. I was able to harness the magic of the word, using it to shape this realm, to give eternal life to my slaves, and to make my own body immortal. Well, I'm glad I didn't just decide to fight you. Assuming you're not lying. Where is the word now? The magic of the word sustains this realm and my own existence. It is never far from me. More than this I will not tell you. The word is mine, and you shall never have it. What if I just take it from you? Then you would die in the attempt. Do not trifle with me on this, small one. The blood of my veins is thick with age and slow to boil, yet my anger is terrible once unleashed. I want to ask you something else. I will grant you your request, puny one. Ask your questions, and I shall see, or I shall share my infinite wisdom with you as I see fit. Who are you? Long ago, I was known as not even gonna try, in the old language. There was a time when I was known as Winterfang in the tongue of the Madlings. But these names mean nothing now. They are forgotten and vanished from your world, as am I. Now I am the builder, the creator, the master. This realm is mine, and within it all bow down to me. Which, not very much. You rule over a small handful of dwarves and dryads. And that's about it. How did you end up inside this snow globe? I am ancient beyond comprehension, even by the reckoning of my dragon kin. We worms are not immortal, though it may seem so to a short-lived creature such as you. When I first felt the fingers of enfeeblement creeping through my flesh, I vowed I would not sit idly by and await my inevitable end. I created this world for myself. It is a haven where I am safe from the ravages of time. How does this world exist inside a snow globe? I cannot even begin to explain the magics I used to create this realm to a creature so pitiful as you. Suffice to say, this realm is mine, created using the ancient magic of the creator race, bound in the word of power. Let me ask you something else. Can you tell me anything about the dwarves and the dryads? They are my creations, my servants, my slaves. I gave them eternal life when I built this realm, that they might serve my every need. But my needs are few, and it is rare that I am forced to call upon the creatures for their service. It has been many centuries since I last spoke with them, and now they only cower in fear or flee in terror at my approach. Why are they always fighting each other? Slaves must have an enemy. If they do not, they will turn against their master. I learned this once long ago. Dwarves and dryads were plotting against me. I gave them resistance and eternal life, and they dared to conspire to defeat me? I could have destroyed them, but they are my servants. I would only be destroying my own property. Instead, I bound their loyalties to this realm so that neither dwarf nor dryad would ever work together again. Now they have each other to hate, and I am left in peace. When I have need of one race to serve me, the other is consumed by an insane bloodlust. When I have need of the other race, the spell is inverted, and those who were sane are now taken by the madness. It's wrong to enslave these creatures. I created them, and they are mine to do with as I please. Without me and the magic of the word of power to sustain them, they would cease to exist. I should go now. I'm going to go turn in that journal to Hod, because Hod is the one I can currently talk to. There's a chest here. Ow. It contains the broken amulet of ages. A hairline crack runs through the center of this amulet. The only flaw in it is otherwise perfect construction. On one side are inscribed strange symbols from a long-forgotten language, and on the other is an engraving of a dryad's tree and a dwarven hammer. I want to kill that dragon. I have no intention of bargaining with him. Unless the game forces me to bargain with him, which it very well might. But if I'm going to fight him, the game's going to want me to build an army, which means talking to Hod and talking to...
Aye, me and the clan bid you greetings once more.
What do you make of this amulet? Aye, 'tis a pretty thing indeed, and it looks familiar, as if it were known to me long ago. You see this fancy writing on the back? An old and ancient tongue, yet I can figure out the words. Tree and forge united to overthrow the master. This amulet was forged to hold great magic, but you see how it be cracked now? Whatever magic it once had is long gone. Can you do anything to fix it? I suppose I could repair the crack. It'd be simple enough for me to cast a mending spell on it for ye. Stand back while I work the magic. There, the amulet be whole again, though it'd still be lacking the magic to make it a true artifact. Can you do anything to make it magic again? My clan knows the secret of magic, but only the power of fire, forge, hammer, and anvil. The amulet be forged to hold the power of tree and earth. The dryads have such power right enough. They can craft it for ye, but the tree huggers be crazed. You'd be a fool if you think to try to speak to them as they'll attack ye on sight. That can be all I can tell ye about their amulet, I'm afraid. And I can't tell them about the journal. I think we can get out of here by using the Stone of Recall. I'm gonna try. No. Clearly not. How else do we get out of here? Because I'm not going to bargain. Apparently there's a teleporter by the entrance. I didn't see one, but we'll check again. Could have swore when I teleported in here it was empty. Ah, never mind. We can leave. Now we need to turn the snow globe around. Rotate the globe and enter the globe. And now we should be able to talk to the dryads and get lots of conversations from the dryads. Hope you're in the mood for lots and lots and lots of talking. Now the dwarves are the enemies.
Taste!
We can talk to...
Perish!
We almost could.
Glory!
The dryad wasn't in combat.
Today will be ours!
Talk to the dryad the same way we talk to the other ones. Welcome, human friend. Your kind is strange to us. We are used to seeing only the sight of dwarves, and they attack us at sight. Why do the dwarves attack you? The dwarves are insane with bloodlust. There is no other explanation. They cannot be reasoned with, and they slaughter us. Or else they slaughter our kind with no remorse. I'll ask you some questions. I will do my best to help you, but if it's answers you seek, you must speak with Arwyll. She is the wisest of the dryads, and has been our leader throughout our war against the immortal dwarves. You know what? I don't care to ask these questions. Let's just be on with it, shall we? Where's Arwyll? Most probably up here somewhere. Oh, no, there she is. Hello!
I am Arwyll, leader of the Dryads. I bid you welcome. Your kind is strange to us. We are used to seeing only the dwarves who attack us on sight.
For what reason have you sought me out, human one? Is there some boon you would ask of me? What do you make of this amulet? It looks familiar. Same inscription, sense the power. I ask her if she can restore the power. Perhaps, yes, it is possible for me to restore the magic of tree and earth to this amulet. Prepare yourself. It is done. The amulet is whole again. Are you okay? Is something wrong? This amulet conjures strange visions in my mind, half remembering images of a time long ago, when dryad and dwarf alike served a terrible and cruel master. Tell me more about this vision. I see a creature, cold as death, the master, and I see it is unclear. I see the amulet. Yes, the amulet of ages, forged to slay the master and free us from this existence. I remember. We set out against the master, dwarves and dryads together. The memory is fading. The master was too strong. The amulet cracked, its magic was lost, and... I'm sorry, the vision is gone. As if some great spell has stripped the memories from my mind. I can tell you nothing more about the amulet or the master he once served. I'm sorry. Maybe I could free you from this master. The only release we seek is death. Perhaps if you could slay the master, we could find peace. But it may be the master is already dead. Even now, I cannot remember. The magic is too strong. I'm sorry. The memories jarred from the amulet are gone. I cannot even recall the face of the master. I can tell you no more. We will go. What does the restored amulet do? Cold resistance? Yep, cold resistance. I kinda thought so. It's gonna neuter our armor class, but it's probably necessary for this fight. Who knows? The dragon is probably programmed to just go cold breath, cold breath, cold breath, cold breath, cold breath, like until we die, you know? That's why the amulet might be required. Alright, let's go kill another dragon. Get this word of power. Hello, Mr. Dragon. Out. Straight into the combat then. That was like stone skin. And the Furor actually worked on me. And Linyu was gonna get her butt kicked. You know what? She's already half dead. A bold attempt, but we're just gonna load. As a matter of fact, the two of you just stay put. I think you're gonna load into this area anyways, but I'll just tell you to stay put again. Yep. Actually, Elaine, you can come with me. Alright, let's try this again. I have the Amulet of the Master. Or the Amulet of the Ages. Hopefully I don't get feared. Elaine survived that. I might migrate over to Linyu to see if I can get some heal bot going. Didn't hurt. That hurts a little bit more. I don't know what your hit points are at. That one didn't hurt. Near death, apparently. I'm glad the game didn't make me bargain with him. Or it doesn't look like it's gonna make me bargain with him. Are you dead? Apparently you're dead. Come along, Linyu. Let's move past the dead but not dead dragon. Hopefully the chest is unlocked now? It is. Okay, just making sure. I was worried he was supposed to die and drop a key or something. He has some mediocre treasure and the word of power.
You have done well to find the second word. Its power draws my spell, so that my projection may speak to you in this vision. There is much you must know.
Who are you?
I am Hadraline, leader of the word slaves. Your enemy is also mine. I must warn you of Morgrim and his followers.
What do you have to tell me?
Morgrim is nothing but a fool. He does not truly understand what he seeks. The words are ancient beyond imagination. They contain power he cannot fathom. I, Hadraline of the word slaves, was there at the beginning when the world was hot and this land was jungle where the old ones ruled.
What does this have to do with me?
The humans and elves and dwarves were but slaves to my people, the creator race. Just as I was a slave, bound with the power of the words. until the extinction of my people and the coming of the endless winter.
If your people were wiped out, how did you survive?
When the old ones vanished, the power of their words remained, as did we, the word slaves bound to that power, forced to walk the now frozen and desolate earth, forced to preserve the words and legacy of our masters. Many word slaves died when the endless winter came, but some learned to survive in the frozen waste, hiding from the lesser races who now hunted us. To survive what the masters could not endure.
Well, I want to give a personal thanks to Hadrian for having pretty much all of her dialogue up to this point voiced, so I don't have to read it. And when we come back, more Neverwinter Nights, and we'll finish this conversation. But for now, I have to call it a video. So, thank you all for watching. I will see you all later. Take care, and bye-bye.